welcome to Crafty Little Things. Today I'm going to make a lumiere or a light box, and I'm going to be using some retiring bits and bobs. The first thing I'm going to be using is these butterfly thinlets. I'm only actually going to be using this one, and I'm going to be cutting this out using Whisper White and my Big Shot, Whisper White cardstock and my Big Shot. I'm just looking to see if I've got some Whisper White that's big enough. Oh, perfection. I think that fits perfectly. Yeah. So I'm going to cut that out using that. And then what I'm going to do is I need an outside of my box. I'm going to make my outside of my box white, but I'm going to create my own DSP or design on the box. So I'm going to start off with a piece of, oh dear, what's happened there? I'm going to start off with a piece of 12 by 12 Whisper White. And now what I want is, I'm going to work this out. I want a structure like this, okay, that has a lid that flaps down into here. And then I want a window into here, which is going to be vellum, with this on the other side. So this needs to house a tea light. So I want it to be about 2 inches deep. So this is 2 inches here and here. And then I want it to be sort of 4. I want it to be about 5. I want about 1 inch above my butterfly. So I want that to be 5 inches, but I want this recess. So I need 1 inch on each side, so I need 7 inches that way. Then this is going to have to be 2, and this is going to have to be 1 deep. And then in terms of width, I want it to be I think the width of this card is about right, plus 1 inch on each side. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a quarter. So if I make 8, yeah, and then the aperture can be 6, and the aperture here can be 4, 5 is 4, isn't it? So that's 6 we talked about here. 6, 7, 8 altogether. Right, so to make this then we need 8, 4, 5, 6. We need 12 inches wide, because we've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then deep, we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'll go on the other way. Well, we know we can't do 15. So we're going to have a join. So the best place to have a join, I would have thought, is at the bottom here. So we'll have 2 pieces then, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'll have 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a 12 by 8 and a 12 by 10 is what we need. So out of the middle of it. Okay, but I'm not going to cut that out until I've scored it, because I want to make sure I get the scoring right. Again, I'm making this up as I go along, as I always am. So this is our 12. So on the long side, we need to score at 2 and at 10. Okay, that's on the long side. And on the short side, we need to be scoring at 2. No, we didn't need to be scoring at 2 there. We need to be scoring at 1 there. And never mind, because you're not going to see that anyway. So we need to score at 1 there. Ignore that 2. Then we need to score at 7 and 9, because this is going to be our lid that flaps over. That's going to be the back of the Lumiere. You're not going to see that, and that's going to be the piece that joins in at the bottom. Okay, so that's that piece. And then for the front piece, we're going to, on the long side again, score at 2 and 10. And on the short side, we're going to score at 6. Okay? And then what I want you to do is just, on this line here, I just want you to score at, you can score right along, but score at 1 and score at 5, and then turn it around and score at 3 and 7. Okay, and then at the top here, I just want you to come down and score at 3. Where that line joins, and at 9 just make a little mark there, and then also at 9 just make a little mark there, and at 3 just make a little mark there. Okay, and that'll just help us to cut that aperture out. Okay, it seems a bit of a faff, but it'll all come out in the wash, as they say. Right, so now what I want to do is I just want to sort this out in terms of the stamping. So this is the back of the Lumiere, so we want to fold in on these, so we've got our good side, as it were. That's the flap that's going to go into, to close the box. Okay, remember to ignore that mistake I made at the bottom at 2 inch, and just score on the 1 inch, and then bring these up on the sides and score and score. What I might do is, because this is going to be sort of a prototype, I might, once it's done, if it works, make another video, okay, that will help you to make it a bit easier. So, right. So if we imagine then, we want to lose this, I'm going to cut up these 2 sections, because when that folds over, they're going to go inside the other pieces from the other side, and then they're going to be the sides of our box, and this is going to be our lid, so this can all come away. So these 2 pieces, the long thin one and the squarer one can be cut out. Okay. They can go away. So there's your basic sort of shape. Imagine that's the back of your box there. That's the lid that's going to come down, okay? And then your tea lights are going to sit on here. And now here's the front of the box. So with this one, we want to take this 2-inch fold along the long side and just fold those as normal. Burnish those. Okay. And then these are going to be, that's going to be folded in, and these are going to flap up. So you just want to cut up those score lines there. Now I won't bother notching in or anything like that at this point. You might want to notch in later on, but at this point I wouldn't bother. Okay, and then so that's going to fit sort of on top of that. Okay, obviously that's not, it's going to fit like that. Okay, and then this is going to be cut out and that's going to flap down. So that's your basic box. We've got to stick that together. Okay, but we're going to cut this aperture out here and we're going to fill it with vellum. But before I do that, I'm just going to stamp a design onto the box itself. Now the aperture is going to have a butterfly in it, so I thought I could, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp smaller butterflies around the outside, very delicate colours. So I'm going to use these stamps. Some of them will be quite big. That can go inside that one. That can go inside that one. And that can go inside that one. So 3 different types of butterfly. And then in the background we're going to have these little dots, which are going to be in a pale colour. No, they're not. They're going to be, where they're gone? Where did they go? Did I knock them on the floor? Did I get them out? I can't find them. I put them back away. Right, so we're going to have these 3 dots. And they're going to be in muted sort of colours as well. So we're going to start off with the Peekaboo Peach colour. And this is going to take a while to do this stamping, so make sure you've got a while. The front of the box is going to wrap around, so the front is the one you're going to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm just stamping on and off. I'm doing sort of 3 stamps for each dip of ink. Right, so that'll do for the front, and then we do the same on the back. Now that's all going to be encased by the front, so you're not going to see any of that. So I would just focus on this section at the back, okay? So I'm going to do this off camera because otherwise you'll be here all day. Okay, so we're finished with that one then. And now I'm just going to take this. I might not use all of these, so we'll just see how we get on. Don't worry that there's scratches and splodges and stuff all over it. Doesn't matter, it's supposed to look like that. And I'm going to take the sweet sugar plum. This aperture out, and I need to cut my vellum to fit into it. So you saw where we marked it earlier on, yeah, at 1 inch. Okay, and do the bottom side. So that wants to be at 1 inch from there. There. Okay, and then cut from cut to cut. And from cut to cut again. Get that lined up in your window and cut that out. And there we go, that's can be used for something else. And now you need to cut a piece of vellum to fit inside this window. Okay. I'm just going to get the vellum. And if you've gone over like I have there, it doesn't matter, because your vellum, when it gets stuck on, will sort of seal that up. So I'm going to get a piece of vellum out of here. This is a bit of a messy job today, isn't it? This is really nice thick vellum from Stampin' Up. It's called vellum cardstock, and it is strong enough to make boxes out of. And I used to use the Paper Mania vellum. It's not as good. It's not as thick. Right, so we just need a piece that's going to fit across there. So we need it to be about 5 by 7. Okay, just going to make it 5 by 7. It's going to stick onto there. And how I'm going to stick that on is with snail adhesive. You can stick it with anything you want to stick it with. Oh, the pleasure of a tape dispenser. I used to use tape dispensers all the time and I've used anything but. And then I discovered Tombow and realised I've been wasting a lot of money. So then that'll just stick onto there. Okay. And then now it's time to die cut the butterfly. Wherever I've put that, oh, it's over here. And I'm cutting that out of Whisper White. So I'm just going to get my big shot and do that. Now this is always going to work better with a more intricate die, because you're just going to get more light through. So these brushy tools are fabulous. I got mine free on a magazine, but you can buy them from Stampin' Up and they are fabulous. See how fast that come out. I used to stand there picking and pushing with a whatever, a skewer, and be there forever. Right, so now this needs to go on the box. So I'm going to just stick it in the middle. Okay. Now it's up to you how you stick this on. Glue will dry clear, but you can do something different, which is what I'm going to do. Which is I'm going to take it right to the top, and I'm going to tape it on so it hangs in the box. And then because it hangs, you get a little flickery sort of sensation with it, which you can't really tell like that, but you do. I'll try and film it from the front, but you do get a flickery sensation with it. Oh, do you know what I've done? I've put it upside down. Sorry. I thought there was something wrong. So I'm going to put it that way up. I'm going to get it really close to the edge. And then I'm just going to pop some adhesive tape. You can actually run it further along if you want to, because it doesn't show up on the other side. And then what you want to do is make this into your box. So this is the front of your box. So this is going to go like so. So you need tape or glue on your your two flaps on the front. I'll be back recording. Yeah, so you need tape or glue, whichever you want to use. I just think you get a longer lasting seal with Tombow than you do with tape. And bring that up, bring that in, get that nice and square, because you've got that other one to slot onto it, remember. And now I would, if you are slightly overhanging, I would just trim that, just so that that back of the box can just slot on nicely. Okay, that's all you have to do to the front. And now the back of the box, it wants to slot in. So what we're going to do is we're going to just tape these two pieces down, and then we're just going to literally pop that inside and then tape up the sides. Okay, so So I made a little bit of a mistake there. I don't know if you noticed that. But we're going to tape on the outside of the flaps. I should have carried on stamping down to here. Just remember that was a mistake of that line. But never mind, for a prototype, I'm doing alright, I'm doing alright. I love it when the crafters from the northeast say prototype. I love the way they say it. Like Steffi and Anne. Oh, do you know what? I could listen to Steffi and Anne crafting all day, every day. Their accent's just amazing. Just love that northeast accent. Yeah, so now it just slots in. So for it to slot in, you can either tape around the outside of this one or tape around the inside of this one. And you can tape or you can glue again. It doesn't matter. I'm going to just tape because it's just easier. Because you can just swap it on like this. And then I'm just going to run it up the sides. And run it up the other side. I mean, if you want, you can, I mean, Tombow will give you some wiggle room. The tape isn't going to give. But you can see that it fits on really nicely anyway. It's not like it's tough to get it in or anything. Push that down into your corners. And just push that onto your sides. Get that in the right place. And then give it a nice press with your bone folder. Okay. And then this is why I like a nice long bone folder, because then you can press down into there as well. Okay. And then that will just close like so. Just have a nice closed lid. And if you've got any overlapping pieces like here, you can just trim those off, or you can leave them, it's up to you. I'm just going to trim that off. There's a little tiny one on the other side. If your cutting and scoring is really precise, you won't have any of that. And then you drop your tea lights inside, battery operated tea lights only, and they'll glow through there. Okay, now you could finish this off with some washi tape around the edge, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Keep your lid, if you find that your lid's showing through, you can just take a slice off the flap if you want. Okay. But I'm just going to put some, no, do you know what I'm going to put around the edge of mine? I'm going to go all out. I'm going to put a row of diamante all the way around. So I'm just going to cut them off this is a 3 wide string. I'm just going to cut off a single strand. I mean, you could use Stampin' Up, what's its basic gems, and pop them around, but I'm going to just, you could use ribbon to go around there. Oh yeah, that's going to look lovely. If you want something to just sort of keep your box nice and sturdy inside, pop, you know, you can pop a book in, or a couple of, I think these will fit. Yeah, you can pop in a couple of stamp sets just to give it a better base for you to work. What a mess. I am the messiest crafter in the universe. You take your battery operated tea lights and you just drop them in, or position them in. You can put 2, or you can put 3, or you could put a string of LED lights, you know, the small ones with the battery. You could use those if you wanted. And you pop them in and you switch them on and you get this beautiful light box creation, which you probably can't see very well there because it's light and I can't make it dark. Right, thanks for joining me. That was an absolute first for me, so there's a few lessons I learned along the way, but I do think it's really pretty, and it's also given me an idea for another project, so that's always good. So we'll see you soon. Bye.